are so many amazing clone troopers that LEGO just hasn't made yet. Fives, I'm looking at you. But does that mean decaling is the answer? Let's find out. Hello everyone, it's the LEGO Brick here, and thanks to CT Builds, I have two LEGO decal clone troopers that I'm going to be taking a look at. I'm going to be showing them both next to their LEGO counterparts, well, if they have any, and discussing whether decaling clone troopers is actually worth it. So let's get into it. But first, I want to make it extremely clear that I am a complete outsider to the world of custom clone troopers. I tried making a custom clone trooper with Studio 64 in a video on his channel, and oh my word, it was a disaster. I got super glue everywhere, I got my fingers stuck, it was terrible. Decaling is a little bit different to that, but still, I dare not try it because I don't have the patience. Honestly, it is so time consuming. But thanks to CT Builds, I have two clone troopers that I can take a look at without having to do any of the dirty work myself. So I'm going to be discussing whether decals are actually worth it. But first, what is decaling? I tried searching the internet for a definition of LEGO decaling, but they didn't have it. So I reached out to you lot on my Instagram story, and Mr. Kiwi came up with a great definition. He says, decaling is the act of applying a custom design onto a figure using a pre-made model. Now, that sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Well, as you'll come to find out, it really isn't. This is a LEGO clone trooper, and this is a decaled LEGO clone trooper. Both of these are made based off the 212, but as you can see, there is a clear difference between them. The decaled clone trooper that CT Build sent me is designed in the 2020 style. If you don't know what that means it was based off the new clone trooper design that LEGO introduced with the 501st Battle Pack in 2020. This one here is from 2014, so it has the older, wider clone trooper helmet design, so it does look very different to this, but I thought it would be interesting to compare these two. Now, LEGO themselves are actually going to make 212 troopers coming in August the 1st in the brand new ATT. I'm very excited for that, so it'll be interesting to see how this compares with the brand new clone troopers, but for now, I'm working with the 2014 version. I suppose you could argue that a decal for the 212 like this really isn't necessary because LEGO themselves are already making a whole bunch of these troopers in the brand new ATT. However, that doesn't really stand as an argument against decaling as a whole, particularly when you can decal some really abstract legions like this one. This is a Camino Guard trooper, and I absolutely love this. This is a trooper that I don't think LEGO will ever make. Well, you never know, but I really doubt it. We have never had one of these in a LEGO set before, and just looking at it as a decal, it looks incredible. Decaling or a custom clone trooper, which is a lot more expensive, are going to really be your only options for some of these clone troopers. A bit like fives, like I mentioned at the start as well, so I suppose decaling gives you that freedom to get whatever clone you want to add to your army. But I'm not saying that decaling clones is all fun and games. Oh no. On the screen right now, you can see some snippets of the hugely time-consuming process that CT Builds had to go through just to get these two clones ready for the video. Honestly, it's such a time-consuming process. You've got to very delicately apply the decals and then put them out to dry. It takes such a long time and a lot of patience, and if you're like me and you lack that quality, I don't have much patience at all, then perhaps you're better off buying them from someone who can do it, because honestly, if I had done these clones would look completely off, and this review would be very negative indeed. One last thing to mention about these decals is that they are not for playing with. The decals can come off if I were to really scratch at these, or perhaps throw them on the floor or shake them around. The decals could become dislodged, so decals are not really for playing with. They are for display, for mocks, or for building a clone army. Definitely not for playing with. That's just something that you should know. Well, I sure learned a lot about decaling clone troopers in that video, and hopefully you did too. If you did, smash the like button and comment down below. Do you think decaling clones are worth it, or should we just wait for LEGO to make all the different legions that you'd like for your army? Also, check out this video here, which is a huge LEGO clone trooper haul that I got for free. Have a wonderful day, like and subscribe. Goodbye.